guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to October. I hope you are enjoying all of the October fun content so far. We're doing a mix of Vlogtober and Booktober, and today you are getting a reading vlog. So this reading vlog is going to be about What Feasts at Night by Kingfisher. If you guys have been around, you've heard me talk about this author, and you've heard me actually talk about the book that comes before this one, which is What Moves the Dead, which is one of my favorite Kingfisher books. It's probably, it's number one in all the books that I've read by her. But this is part two, and I'm really excited to read this one. It actually came out this year, but earlier this year, and it's been sitting on my TBR, and I was like, I gotta get into it. Like, we have to get in all the horror and all the fright for this month. So I really wanted to go ahead and read this one. Now, I definitely recommend you read the other one. From what I read, you don't have to have read the first one, but like, I think that is hilarious horror because all of Kingfisher's books has a touch of like funniness, like humor to it. So I would say definitely read that one because it's my favorite, but I'm really excited to get into this one. These are really short, so I mean like less than 150 pages, I think. So definitely one that you can kind of get into and read in a day. And great for this spooky season. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what it's about, and then we're going to get into it. So this one says, your mother never wanted your father to tell the old stories to you children. Said it would give you nightmares. But you of all people know there are things real and uncanny alike that we ought to fear in order to survive. After their terrifying ordeal at the Usher Manor, Alex Easton feels as if they just survived another war. All they crave is rest, routine, and sunshine. But instead, as a favor to Angus and Miss Potter, they find themselves headed to their family hunting lodge deep in the cold, damp forest of their country, Galicia. In theory, one can find relaxation in even the coldest and dampest of Galician autumns, but when Easton arrives, they find the caretaker dead, the lodge in disarray, and the grounds troubled by a strange, uncanny silence. The villagers whisper that a breath-stealing monster from folklore has taken up residence in Easton's home. Easton knows better than to put too much stock in local superstitions, but they can tell that something is not quite right in their home or in their dreams. So if you read the first one, you probably know why I'm so excited to read this one, because it is quirky, it's fun, and it's like the moment that makes you go, what the heck? So I'm really excited to see how she's going to flip this one. So get into it with me. Our first Vlogtober read, our first reading vlog. Why can I'm that excited. Our first reading vlog for the month, What Feasts at Night by Kingfisher. Let's get into it, y'all. What's up? I wanted to check in and give you guys kind of an update on where I am in the book. I made it to page 50. I'm actually further behind. I'm actually a lot behind because I thought I would have already finished it. I started reading it yesterday, but I didn't really get a lot of read time in. So I'm going to do more reading today. But we're pretty much at the point where we've gotten the introductions. We know where they're at. Alex is traumatized because of what they dealt with in book one when they were at the Usher's house, which I will say, I do recommend reading the first one because they do reference a lot of things that happened and you meet the characters there. So I do, even though they're not like connected, it's like the second installment of the series of this group. I don't know if it's going to be like a series, like another book of what, these people getting into these crazy situations. But I do recommend reading the first one. But we're at the point where he's found out, and it actually, let me make sure, I think it says this in the book. Okay, yeah. So we know that the caretaker is dead at this point, and it's in what I read in the intro. And people are acting a little funny. We're not getting the why these people are dead. And Miss Potter, our favorite mushroom lady, has just found this mushroom. And now there's talk about burying dead cats to stop witches from coming. So that's where we're at right now in the book. So now that we're at page 50, the book is only about like 140 some pages. So we're pretty much a third of the way through, which means we're about to start getting into the goods of what's happening in Galatia with our group of friends now. So I'm going to keep reading and then I'll check back in and let you know my thoughts. But so far, I'm loving this story. So. What's up, y'all? I am finished What Feasts at Night and here are my thoughts. Now, out of all my T. Kingfisher books, this is not my favorite. This is not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. I will say this book compared to What Moves the Dead, which this is like the second adventure for these characters, this one was a little underwhelming. I did want it to be more, there wasn't a lot of like, ooh, and mystery to it. I felt like it kind of wrapped up kind of quickly. I kind of knew where it was heading. I did love the humor in the book. The humor was there with the characters and their relationship, which will definitely keep me reading. Like, hopefully she comes out with another one focused on these characters because I will definitely read that one because I enjoyed the book. I just liked the first one better. So that first one with these characters that kind of set the bar, and this one just wasn't exactly to that level for me. Now, when you look at the reviews on this, this actually is like a 3.87. So like I said, the book is really good. It just wasn't like the first one. I did like the fact that reading this book, you see a lot of superstitions that definitely clearly cross cultures, because there are a lot that I was like, wait a second, that's like in my culture, like that's a no-no. You don't do that. Or I know what this person is. And the thing that they were talking about in this story that was causing the ruckus and taking people out is something that is talked about in my culture. So I thought that was really cool. Like I said, I did enjoy the book. It's an easy read. It is definitely humorous, like all of T. Kingfisher's books. That's what I like about her horror books. They are very humorous. I think this one had more humor than horror. I will say that. And it could be because of the what we call it, like a villain, because that one wasn't as, I guess if you're in the moment it is kind of horrific, but it wasn't as horrific as some other characters that she has had in her books and created. So I think that this is still a good read. I still enjoyed it. I still recommend it. Definitely read What Moves the Dead. You don't have to read that one first, but I would say read it first only because this one you will have already gotten to know the characters, so that way you can know who they are, because like I said, it's the same set of characters except for the ushers, which is the family that they're talking about in the first one. They are not in this one, but they talk about like the experience there, and it kind of lets you understand why Alex is the way he is about certain things that happen. So definitely recommend reading that one first. But I love it. I thought I had actually read all of T. Kingfisher's books, but it turns out that I haven't. I know she writes under different names, but under this name, there are still others I haven't read, so I'm very excited to get those. I hope she comes out with another one. This one came out this year, so if she does drop another one like with these characters, it probably won't be until next year, but I am very excited to see if she does, because like I said, I love reading about these characters. It's almost like reading like Goosebumps wasn't continuous, so it's like reading your favorite series that you read as a kid with that horror aspect to it. So that's what I get from these books. So highly recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed our first, my brain. I'm literally looking at the person doing the yard work. That's what's like throwing me off. I hope you guys enjoyed our first Booktober reading vlog, and we have two others. The other one is one other is a horror, and the next one is a thriller. So it's gonna be like horror, thriller. I think that's the order that they're gonna go in. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy this one. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching. My name is Sarah, and if you are returning, like, thank you so much for sticking around. Do all the things to make sure you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.